Uh, it was so loud in here, and what a great atmosphere! What a great college basketball team. I mean, that's the New Mexico team I saw against San Jose. That first half. Woo! I mean, they're a really good team, and they kind of came in and came across the ring and gave us some good blows, and we kind of got up, dusted ourselves off, and started fighting again. And it was an impressive job by our guys to just not get frustrated, because we missed some shots in the first half that got them running a little bit. And the thing I said at halftime is like, guys, we're right there. We had some open looks that we didn't make. Now we just got to rebound a little bit better. We got to guard them a little bit better, and not, just keep our poise offensively. And I thought our guys did a great job of that.
Max was back-to-back three-pointers with about 5 minutes left. You're some of the loudest cheers I've heard in a while.
Yeah, that got loud. It did. You're right. That was cool.
You as a coach, how did you react to those?
I don't know. I think one of them was a no. Oh, yes, great shot. But when he's in the groove like that, he's got to go. He knows, our guys know they have the freedom, and he's when he gets going, that ball goes in like that. He's got to let it go. And the guys did a great job of getting him shots and getting him off screens. And Coach Dre called some great plays. And but the beauty of Max, he doesn't care about. He cares that the 30 points helped us win. That's it. Whatever that's what makes us a great team. Is we got a bunch of guys like that. That they're not out to get theirs. They're out to help us win. And we needed every bit of those 30 tonight. And so, impressive job by him. That's it.
I know last time he finished with 29, and you're like, well, that's going to give him some motivation for 30.
Yeah, I didn't even know he had 30 tonight. When they announced 30 points at the end, I went, wow, I didn't know that.
They all came or there were 8.
Yeah, it came in bunches a little bit. Yeah, I didn't even know that.
To see him kind of cap it off that way and off this night, how cool was that for you? Well,
it was cool because of our team's response, and just, this team has a characteristic that I love, and if you could. If you were having to choose, like, okay, you can have a great defensive team, a great offensive team, I'll take what I have is a team that just finds ways. And what a awesome characteristic to have as a group of guys. And because like I said, that team that we just played is a great basketball team. They have terrific players. They're well coached. They had a great plan to come in, and they punched us in the jaw. And a lot of teams would have went down and stayed down. And we got up, shook it off, came out and kept fighting.
How big was you're down 13 and you finished the half on a 7-0 run to get back to 6? How big was that?
That was huge. And because that thing could go to 20, and then that makes it tough sledding. So, yeah, that was great. But again, it all goes back to our guys' resiliency and just that toughness to respond. And that's what it takes. To win games against good teams. And that, like I said, I can't say enough about New Mexico. They're the last undefeated team in the country. What they did in their last game was, I was like, holy cow. And then you saw that, the way they showed up to play. They're a great team.
Basketball can be such a mesmerizing sport sometimes. New Mexico had a 20-3 run.
Yeah.
And then you guys end up being the winners of this game.
Yeah.
How do you look at that as a coach? It's just kind of crazy.
Yeah, that they're a team that can do that because they did it off our missed shots. They got running, they were hitting everything, they were rebounding, they were scoring. They were clicking, so we had to try to, kind of slow that thing down a little bit somehow, some way. But the best thing about it is our guys didn't overreact to it. We didn't panic, and we just kept sawing wood. And I'm telling you, the crowd helped us. It was as loud. I don't know. It felt like it was as loud as it's ever been in here. I don't think the guys could hear me in the huddle. I was writing it so they could see it.
Max was talking about one play where late in the game, the backdoor cut. He went over to Coach Dre.
Yeah, that was his call. Yeah.
So what did what is that call? And has he done that multiple
I can't
times
give
this
you
season?
that call, but yeah, that's no, that was a great read by him, and that's what you have a good, it goes back to what I said, that the player-led team will win this conference, and we're getting better at that. We want our guys to give us that feedback and tell us what they like and what they see out there. They're the ones out there, and that was a great call, great play, and at a crucial time that kind of almost felt like a little bit of a nail in a coffin right there.
Leon, you talked a little bit about resiliency. Tyson had a tough shooting night, but what else did he do on the floor?
Battling those, they got two of the best bigs in the league, no doubt. I mean, those guys rebound, they're tough, they can score, and it's possession after possession after, and for him, I mean, I don't give him any rest. And then with Naj in foul trouble, there was no chance for me to give him any rest. I mean, it's not surprising that he doesn't have a great shooting night. He's in hand-to-hand combat with two of the strongest guys in the league, and it's like doing a bunch of power cleans and then now make a three-point jumper. It's harder than it looks, and he makes it look kind of easy. And the thing I said to him was like, keep shooting them. We're going to win because we're going to make them. And he's got a lot of makes coming, so look out.
Defensively against House and Mashburn, how are you guys able to? They were
6 for 29.
6 for 29.
Yeah, I mean, that's our guys put so much effort into it, and they I thought our guys did a great job of prepping, and but they're also the kind of guys that usually are going to get. I mean, they some of them bounced in, bounced out, but I thought our guys they had good detail to consistency to just make it. You just got to make it as tough as you can on them, and I thought they did a pretty good job of that.
Jace was plus 15 tonight.
Wow, he was great. Our bench was huge. I mean, I thought him and Lucas. I looked out there because Naj was in foul trouble. Shave got his block knocked off, and those guys saved our bacon. That was big. Jace made some big plays, and so did Lucas. Lucas, was great in there. Got some big rebounds, and he's a big body. And we don't win this game without that help that they gave us and the whole team. So that was huge.
How important is it for a guy like Chase to experience it though? Because you could tell, especially after the and one,
Yeah.
he was.
Well, you got to remember, Donovan Dent absolutely, erased his shot, same kind of shot. They were in the same situation tonight. He got the and one off it. I mean, that's the perfect example of the experience that freshman is getting is making him better right now. And that's what I love about Jace is he takes those kind of moments and he learns from them and he gets better and he gets better and he gets better and he works and he's in here shooting all the time and he's in, but that there's no substitute for game experience like he's getting.
Did you say anything after to Shave after the game?
In what way?
He had a little tough time with the free throw line there.
Yeah. No, well, I don't, I have a policy. I don't really talk to our guys after games. I just tell them, be nice to Jay Tust and let's get out of here. But that's just always been my thing because you do a way better job the next day, and we'll go over things and, he's for him to go 1 for 7 from the line, guess what? He's got a bunch of makes coming. So, but he took a beating tonight, and I think on two of his free throws he couldn't breathe, and then the other one, he's just so tough. And I'm telling you, he guarded his tail off tonight. That might have been his best defensive game of the year. So, don't think that just because he didn't make all those free throws at the end, but he's. All that stuff we deal with the next day. We celebrate the win and enjoy it together, and then when there's no emotion, we look at things we can do better. And Shave will be the guy that'll be in here shooting free throws all night. He's still that guy. So, but there's nobody. I'd always want him there, and he'll make them. He just likes to keep it interesting, I guess, a little bit.
I thought Max took the game over tonight, and he's back next year. How good can Max Rice become for you and this team and scoring? And he's going gonna come back next year. He's already one of the better players in the league, Leon.
That's interesting because I've never thought of it yet. We are so dialed in, and we get in this groove, and that's why we're winning these games, because these guys do an amazing job dialing in of what's next, and now we got to recover. We got to recover from this. This was a big win, emotional, and we had 3 close games, tough games, and now we got to get on a plane and go play a team that we have a ton of respect for, and it has been so good, this year, and so. For that question is a hard one for me. I mean, it's pretty amazing what he's doing this year and how much better he's gotten and how he continues to improve. And that's our program. We're going to fight to improve, and that's what we're built on. And it doesn't matter if you're a junior, or senior, or COVID senior, whatever you are, you're getting better, and that's our mission, to keep getting guys better.
I know you touched on a little bit with
Did you like our? Oh, did you say touchdown? Did you like our touchdown OB, our football OB play?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, go ahead. Finish.
I know you touched on it earlier with Max coming over and suggesting a play or whatever. You said you want a player-led team. Like as a coach, what goes through your mind when a player comes over and suggests something, and then you do it, and it works so effectively? Yeah,
and that's the stories I've told these guys all through the years. The Derek Marks story, and he would take control, and he'd, I got it, coach, we're fine. With Derek, he didn't have to call a play; he just had to keep it in his hands, But that's what you want. You want those guys feeling it, telling you, and have ownership in it. And one thing, I swear, about 100% of the time when a player calls a play, and it's for him, it works. So you got to listen to them, and because they have ownership in it, they're going to make it work. So. But they're out there. They feel, they feel it. They know it. They know the veterans know our playbook in and out, inside out from everywhere, and so they can recall stuff in a second.
I know Max was smiling before his last free throws. I feel like he might have known that what he was going for there. The joy that he gets from the game. What is that? Like?
There's nothing he loves more than basketball and being in a title race, and that's why he's good, because there's a lot of good players that have a lot of interest, but then there's the really good ones that they just love basketball, and that's all they want to do, and that's Max. Like, he'll go home, watch a bunch of games, watch all the games tomorrow, and he's into all that, and so he thinks like a coach. His feel for the game is so good. I mean, he'll say things to me that I'm like, oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, when we're watching games, and he picks up on stuff because he's, it's like he's 40 years old in basketball life. He's sat on the couch with me and watched a billion games, and we pause it. What do you think about this and this? That's been his life, his whole life, and he loves it. That's the cool part about it.
To be 4 or 5 months into the season, whatever it is, 3 games to go, you're 1 game back of first place. What's kind of the feeling like right now?
I mean, it's been, you think back to that South Dakota State game, and you would have told me that night in that press conference, like, hey, well, I'll tell you in February that you'll be right where you are now. I've been like, I'll take it. Again, it goes back to the character of this team and the work ethic, and my staff too. My staff has done an amazing job with this group. Everything's clicking, and that's what allows me to have those moments where I'm like, guys, we're fine, because I got a staff will figure stuff out. I got players will figure stuff out. I got guys that know how to win. I can just be like, okay, guys, we're fine, no matter what's thrown at us, and that's how they are. So it makes my job a lot better when you can really trust your team, which I do, and trust the guys that we have.
Max kind of alluded to it, but he said Boise State is feeling like a football and a basketball powerhouse. After these last 2 seasons, and especially this season, how do you feel about Boise State basketball being a powerhouse for Boise State athletics?
Well, that was my goal, when we got here. It doesn't mean just because my neighbor's furniture is really nice doesn't mean mine can't be, right? We can have 2 great ones, and and we have more than 2, like I said, I saw a perfect 10 on Friday. I saw, it's the blue collar Boise State mentality. We got great coaches, great athletes everywhere. And it's just kind of that blue field, blue collar mentality that we have. It permeates through all our athletic departments. So, but that was my goal when I took this job, is that I got to get this thing. I back in the day, I told my staff, don't ever complain that we don't have something. It's our job to earn it. And football's got it. Guess what? They've earned it. And it's our job. When I took the job, that was our, we got to go out and earn everything we get. And we got a team that's doing that this year.
Is it cool to look around, Leon, and see some consistency in the stands, though, too? I mean, you got the fatheads up to your left, and you look over across the court, and Boucher's yelling at anybody who will or won't listen to him.
You're right. It was an awesome basketball atmosphere. Awesome. I mean, it was so loud in there. I think that might have been like you said, that might have been, I don't have a very good memory, but it might have been the loudest I've heard this place. It was terrific. And that's so cool. And that's what you want. That's what these guys deserve, the players. That's what that kind of quality of a college basketball game. The people that walked out of here had a great time. And that's what you want, to deliver that, that kind of drama, that kind of, high quality basketball. And the Mountain West it's a great basketball league. I say to sing it from the mountaintops, but Coach Pitino and I were talking about that today. It's an amazing basketball league and getting better. So it's really cool to have this kind of place here at Extra Mile.